previously on TV Tuners.
Stair, if you take another can of heroin, you're going to die.
But man, I love this heroin so much. One more can't hurt.
I don't like you boys coming around my mountain.
Listen,
Where'd all this blood come from?
Keo, there's heroin up in those mountains.
I told you to keep away from that stuff.
The hills are filled with heroin.
And now, TV Tuners continues.
Hi there, folks, and welcome to TV Tuners. It's a television podcast for the true fanatics. It's a weekly dive into the latest in TV news and reviews. With me, as always, is my co-host and man whose consciousness is trapped inside of a robot, Stairmaster.
Hello, Swanson.
Hey,
That's
pal.
your robot voice?
Rebooting. Hello, Swanson.
Oh, hey.
How are you this week?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm great.
And with us, as always, is former actress trying to make their body not become a horrible blob, Kiorein.
Oh, God!
Gross!
Oh, no!
What?
For some reason, this is causing mass chaos.
That car just exploded.
That's what happens when there's a slime
Blob.
thing slowly traveling around.
Yeah.
I believe it would be a great inconvenience in real life.
If a blob thing was there?
Yeah, on the streets
Yeah, probably.
of the
I'd
town.
have to, pull over and not drive into it.
Yeah. You mean of the quote-unquote town? The town?
The town. Yes, like the city and the tick.
Yeah, so on TV Tuners, we watch television, we discuss it
What?
We
passionately. And
we
also,
gripe.
Yes.
We whine.
Mm-hmm.
We
suck.
partake. Oh, we suck?
Oh, sorry, we don't do that here.
That's a different podcast that we do at nights.
You need to subscribe to our special service
Yeah,
as a premium member.
Yep. Yeah. You have to subscribe to our
TV
You have to
Piggy.
subscribe on suckscriber.org.net.
Yep. Check it out.
TVtuners.suck.
Anyway, what'd you boys watch this week?
Oh, well. I remembered what I wanted to talk about last week,
Oh.
which was that I finished watching Weird City.
Hey, so did
What
I.
Hey! How about you, Kiorein?
Hey, I finished watching Weird City too. What a
Yeah.
coincidence.
Those last 4 episodes were some real smingers.
Yeah, the last 3 are pretty baller. It's good stuff.
Yeah, Mark Hamill does an ASMR character.
Well, he's just a house, but yeah.
Yes, he is very ASMR-like.
Yeah. No one knows what that means, but yeah.
I want
You need
that
me to give an
house.
example?
Well, I mean, everyone knows
Of
what ASMR is, but I thought you were making...
Oh,
Opening curtains.
I guess he does an ASMR of a nice house, and then also a belligerent house.
your house acts belligerent to you, roleplay. NSFW.
Funky.
You look tired, Swanson. How about a foot massage?
Your house is voiced by Funky Kong. ASMR
Hey, dude.
roleplay.
Why don't we take a shower?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
like that.
Yeah.
Also, that college episode was fun.
College episode's pretty good, pretty weird. What was your personal favorite, Kiorein?
I like the one where those people kidnapped a child.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite.
Yeah, that one really rode some limits, which
That-
almost on the edge of being bad, but it came out good.
Yeah, it goes some places and does some things. The moment that Stephen Yen is crying over a destroyed cantaloupe is probably top 10 moments of 2019.
That made the episode good.
The best gag was the Prestige television.
Which then paid off in the next episode. Yeah, good times.
Go watch it, folks.
Recommended, yes. It's probably going to fall to the wayside by the end of the year because
you'll be able
YouTube.
to find it in the wastelands.
Yeah, because it's on YouTube, which is pretty much a wasteland.
Yeah, YouTube. That'll be gone in a few years.
Yeah.
That ain't going anywhere.
Well, I mean, probably it's premium service. Who knows? Anyway, go watch it.
Now.
What else? Did anyone else watch anything fun?
I can't remember.
Stair, are you okay? Are you having memory issues or something?
Ever since you put my brain in this robot, yes.
All right. I thought listening back to your own voice on recording would make you remember things better, but I guess not.
All you gave me was the secret ASMR roleplay sequences I did for you on commission.
Well, that's the only thing I had to go off of your voice, not these hours of podcast material.
Now I have to fight the urge to call you daddy constantly.
Well,
I watched a movie.
Oh!
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called. It was this really obscure film. There was this big purple man in space.
Huh.
And he had a yellow glove on.
Oh, Green Book. You watched Green Book.
With Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali.
No. It wasn't Green Book.
Friend of the podcast, Mahershala Ali.
Black Klansman?
No.
Black Panther?
Oh, I think there was a Black Panther in the movie.
Darkman?
Wait, did you?
Yeah, it was Darkman.
Did you watch Purple Man? Did you watch The Death of Stalin?
Starring Steve Buscemi.
Wait, was Stalin purple? And in space?
When he died.
I mean, yeah, he died of a stroke, so he was a little purple.
And also, they did shoot him into space when he died. Well known fact.
Wow,
they made 3 Darkman films.
Yeah. Only one's
but
good.
yeah, I watched Infinity War.
Oh!
I wouldn't have even guessed that. Wow.
Okay, what'd you think?
It was good.
But what do you mean good?
It made me smile.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah, that's clarified.
I don't know
what parts
what
made you smile? The ending?
Yeah, the ending was really heartwarming.
Did you like the part where Spider-Man and Iron Man were team-up guys?
Yeah, that was sweet. That Spider-Man was a very good boy.
Did you like the part where that guy showed up and then he died?
I really enjoyed that part. He was like, eh.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
Do you enjoy Chris Pratt ruining everything forever for everyone?
Chris Pratt, is that a character in the movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone's favorite superhero, Chris Pratt.
Wow, I thought it was this guy in space, but it's actually...
You mean Spaceman?
Yeah, Spaceman, the guy with the red glasses on.
Yes, him.
Oh yeah, Galaxy...
Galileo. Ditto Bowl.
Chris Pratt is Galileo.
Well, I was really glad that Purple Man didn't have his plan ruined.
Yeah, I like seeing Purple Man get his...
Oh, you're talking about Hit the Assassin.
Yeah, Hit the Assassin. That's the guy. He does some kind of... I don't know.
Let's begin.
What does he do? Some kind of time move?
Time skip. And he can store the skip time to store things in other adjacent dimensions.
Makes perfect sense.
Nobody enjoys this. Nobody. Okay, so what do you watch, Swanson?
Well, outside of Weird City, I watched the rest of True Detective.
Oh, how'd that turn out?
It was pretty alright. The last 2 episodes ended up being really good.
Oh, good.
Still wanted to know how the mystery turned out.
No. Maybe.
He wants the deep cut spoilers right now, Swanson.
No, but also yes.
I mean, no. There's 7 episodes of spoilers, so... But, yeah, it's pretty good. His partner ends up becoming a pretty prominent role.
What does that mean? Oh,
He's
okay.
the killer. He's the killer.
He's Spaceman?
Yeah. He's the Purple Man.
That's fun. Oh, so True Detective takes place on the planet Thanos is from.
Yeah, Titan.
Wow. That explains a whole lot of the first episode, doesn't it?
Yeah. Also, at the end, Marshala Ali gets snapped and he turns to dust.
Oh, no.
And he says,
That's really sad.
I'm no longer the true detective.
Turns out I was the fake detective.
And his badge falls at the ground dramatically.
And then that dissolves, too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how would you guys have liked it if everyone who died in Infinity War went...
Good. Better
I feel-
movie.
I think that might have ruined the moment a little bit.
Mr. Stark, I feel sick.
Yeah, especially considering it's like multiple people fading out of existence at the same time.
Just
Just one big collective.
Like, imagine that stinger scene in New York. How obnoxious that would be. That would just echo throughout the city streets.
Yeah, true. All right, well, none of that's been settled. Let's talk about some news, huh?
Has it been settled? Can we rest easy?
Well, it won't be settled until Endgame this summer, or I guess May.
Not summer. The kids get out of school.
Speaking about film times...
In May?
Speaking about film times,
Huh?
the Academy Awards were this past Sunday.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That's right.
Who died this time?
Vern Troyer died.
But he wasn't in the...
Dang.
He wasn't in the MO.
Yeah, he got dead. And I thought it was people were talking about Lars von Trier, so I got double confused.
Oh, if only Lars von Trier died. So yeah, the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts, and Sciences once again had a relentless parade of actors and actresses getting awards and whatnot. This year they had no host.
Swanson,
Yeah,
that's
it
the
was-
best description of an award show I've ever heard.
What?
It wasn't a.
So that's the best description of an award show I've ever heard.
Well, yeah, I mean that is pretty much what the Academy Awards is, or
Yeah,
really
it was a
any
bad
award
award show. I didn't like it.
Did you watch the whole? Did you actually watch it?
I watched like an hour of it at least.
Oh, that's too much.
Yeah, there was a really bad part where a dude and a lady came on the piano and started singing, and a lady was neither of them were very good at it.
Are you talking about Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper?
Maybe they were doing a duet.
Yeah, you're talking. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper,
Yeah, that's his description was accurate. A lady and a guy.
who are both not very good.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
Also, Terrence Malick got an award for Best Actor playing a guy who died of AIDS and didn't
Alright,
mention
I
a
still have a
single
lot of-
thing about
Terrence Malick's a director. Rami Malek got an award for.
it.
I have a lot of unanswered questions about the Oscars, and I'm just very baffled by this
Okay.
whole process.
Allow us to assuage your worries, Kiorein.
Let me
Okay,
massage
now I'm sure
your
this
brain.
question's been asked a lot of times already, but I still don't know the answer. Who is Oscar?
He's a statue.
Oh, haven't you seen that movie, Schindler's List?
Uh,
Yeah, it's named after him. I'm pretty sure.
Oscar Schindler.
Yeah.
That's why he won all those awards in the year the Schindler's List came out. They were like, well, we gotta.
Yes.
so you're saying that Oscar Schindler, the guy who saved some Jews in
Yes,
the
that's what he
Holocaust.
did.
Yep, save some Jews. That's how he described it himself. Yeah, I just gotta go save some Jews.
Yeah,
They
I
rewarded
could've done
him.
better.
They rewarded him by turning him into a giant gold statue.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. They didn't turn him into a statue. That would be murder.
Yeah, they waited
then
until
where
he
did
was
the statue
dead, and
come
then they
from?
did it. They turned his body into a statue, Kiorein.
That'd
So
be
they
him.
waited for him to die and then turned his body into
Yes.
a statue?
Yeah.
Ironic, considering how many people he saved from such a fate.
Is that what they were doing in there?
A At least, 4 people probably got turned into gold statues.
Why would Hitler want that?
It's not a camp commander might want one.
Yeah, so the Oscars were...
They might call it ironic in some twisted, racist way.
The Oscars were a time. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse won Best Animated Feature, and that was the only good awards of the entire night.
It should have gone to Broly.
Wasn't nominated.
Yeah,
should have gone to Broly.
It missed the window.
Oh, no.
It could get nominated next year.
It came out in December in Japan.
You know they're not going to nominate a Japanese film.
Yeah, they'll never do that.
Except for the one that got nominated in foreign films.
Yeah.
Well, not for Best Animated Picture, they're not.
You're right.
Also, no shout-outs to Bryan Singer. I was really looking forward to them doing that.
You were really looking forward to them to... I don't think that was going to happen.
I mean, if they put...
So I was next to a water cooler, and these men were there talking about the Oscars, and they said that they did not like the winner of Best Picture.
You mean Green Book?
Yeah, they were upset. They were like... Ugh.
And that film sort of like Die Hard 3, but with less action.
Green Book?
You got a black guy and a white guy teaming up and overcoming.
Okay, so and by that measure, Lethal Weapon is like Die Hard 3.
Oh, I think Lethal Weapon's more like Die Hard 3.
Than Green Book? Yes, I would say so. Green Book was a feel-good movie where a white man learns to be casually less racist to a black guy.
Progressive.
Okay. What were Bruce Willis's levels of racism in Die Hard 3?
Compared to Viggo Mortensen in Green Book?
Okay, well,
I mean,
let me ask you this.
Film, do you think they went down?
Did he ever say, "Good job, boy"?
Oh, no.
Well, I haven't seen the movie, but I have to assume at some point he said,
Yes,
you did a good job, boy.
I'm proud of you, Toby.
He's Italian, too, so he'd probably be like, hey, you did a good job, kid. I like you, boy.
It would exactly sound like that.
Yeah, that's how Viggo Mortensen did it. Anyway,
that's how Bruce Willis did it in Die Hard 3.
Green Book also won Best Adapted Screenplay, which went to a noted Islamophobe. So, congrats on that, Oscars.
Almost as bad as giving an award to Bryan Singer.
Yeah, well, he didn't win one, but...
They shouldn't have even nominated his film.
Yeah, I mean, yes. His film that he also didn't finish, but is credited for because the Directors Guild does not work.
Does not work.
Does not work. Anyway,
are bad, folks.
Despite having no host, the Oscars scored their biggest ratings in the past couple years.
10 people watched.
Yep. It scored a 7.7 in the ratings. Which means something.
I think that's 7 million.
No, it's 29.6 million. Ratings
so it does
are weird.
Mean something. Fuck you.
Well, I was looking up what it meant.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
It doesn't mean anything. It's just a number.
So I think that means 7 households, which averages out to 4 people by the Nielsen rating.
Oh. Man,
I guess no, 7.7 would be more than 29 million, I think.
Nielsen,
no.
Nielsen ratings suck.
Fuck you, Ray Nielsen.
And fuck you, Oscars.
Fuck you, Oscar Schindler.
So do you want to hear the rest of my story?
About
yeah, you have a story.
It was about how I was by a water cooler and
Why
we were
are you
talking
so
about the
angry?
Oscars.
I don't like this story.
Well, you're going to like the ending, I think.
Alright.
Yeah, security dragged me away.
I do like... Yeah, that's Swanson sort of shit.
Yeah. I love authority.
He loves a man with a badge or an
Yeah.
Oscar trophy.
I love Thrones. Specifically, Game of Thrones. And as we all know...
Ooh, segue.
As we all know, author George R. R. Martin has been hard at work on that other...
Football.
On football.
And hanging out
on the book Football.
And hanging out at his movie theater that he runs.
He's been hard at work on The Winds of Winter, which is why he says to us that he did not agree to do a cameo in the final 8 episodes of the show.
Also because HBO was demanding a nude scene.
Yeah, they wanted to see RRs, double R's. I mean his balls. I'm talking about his balls.
Just the balls.
They didn't want to see his dick. They just want to see the balls. What if someone had that in their contract? Where they were like, all right, I'll do full frontal, but you only get the balls.
Like, I think Tom Cruise or Tom Hanks could get that.
You only get the balls.
Maybe Will Smith.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure all 3 of those could just say no. Anyway,
no, but see, in this area they want to show off their balls because they got surgery done to make them
smoother. To do what?
To make the skin less wrinkly.
So it looks all smooth?
Well, Tom Cruise wouldn't need that surgery since he's immortal.
That makes sense.
Wait, when you're immortal?
Your balls don't get wrinkly.
But they're naturally...
No, I mean the ball sack doesn't get wrinkly. Sorry, folks.
Anyway.
Are you okay, Swanson?
Anyway, so George R.R. Martin is working on this book, and that's why he turned down an opportunity to, as he describes it, go to Belfast and shoot a scene.
Yep, that's what they do.
You ever write a book before? It's easy. He's just, I don't know what his deal is.
You do a bunch of coke and lock yourself in a room, and then you crank it out in 12 hours.
Yeah, like the old Stephen King method.
You mean the Richard Bachman method?
Well, tomato.
We're a couple of guys.
Yeah, so there is a popular theory among Game of Thrones fans that Martin has already finished the book and is just waiting for the series to end, which is dumb.
Everything is dumb about this franchise.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on, huh? It's time for a new segment. Hit the theme, Kiorein.
Bum 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 bum.
All right, what do we got here, Stairmaster?
I'm gonna open up a random article on Wikipedia and read it.
Oh, all right.
Let's hope I get a good one.
It's very matter of fact.
You and Keo get one veto.
Each?
That's fair.
Yes. Okay, this one is Lillian Frances Parker Wallace, and there's only 2 sentences.
I'm vetoing it.
Okay. The next one is Pot Stand. Oh, it's a television series. Also only 2 sentences.
Oh.
Veto.
Well, now we have to hope this last one's good.
Okay, Juho Rikkonen was a Finnish bricklayer and politician. He was a member of parliament from 1916 to 1918, representing the Social Democratic
What was
Party.
that name?
It does not have a pronunciation guide. Johan Rikkonen, nicknamed Juho.
Nicknamed Juho?
Juho,
Okay.
Juho,
Pronunciation is very important.
was a Finnish bricklayer and politician. He represented the Social Democratic Party of Finland. In 1918, during the Finnish Civil War, he sided with the Reds. He was made prisoner by the white troops and shot in Viipuri in May 1918. The end.
Wow. What a good segment.
What a great segment.
I've learned a lot today.
Oh, and the next article was a professional surfer. Oh.
Oh, well, maybe next time. All right.
Why didn't bricks come into play here, though?
What was that?
The start of his story began with bricks and did not end with any bricks involved.
Well, that was just his job, Kiorein.
This is a real terrible thing to do in writing.
I mean, he got shot in the head and presumably buried, so that's like laying dirt on its body.
Yeah, he got buried by a dirt layer.
That's much different than a bricklayer, okay?
I don't know. Bricks are essentially just dirt.
That's right.
What are bricks but just big dirt?
I would have liked it if the finale had him, like, build...
The finale?
Communism? Building a brick house to bring communism to Finland?
No, just building a brick wall to protect him from the bullets.
Alright, what if we made a 13-episode series out of this for Netflix?
What would we call it?
The Bricklayer.
You know, I bet it's really cheap to shoot film in Finland.
Yeah, I bet. Especially when you film it all on a soundstage at Netflix's studios.
You'd have to show up with your equipment and just start recording, and they won't do anything about it.
We'll just film all the scenes in that one alley they use for all the Marvel shows, since they're not using it anymore.
Yeah, we'll just film it in there. As far back as I can remember, I've always wanted to be a bricklayer.
Why does he have...
I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Yeah, and it's like him about to get shot. Oh, is this the theme song?
I guess Teenage Wasteland is not the song that plays during those little sequences.
It's also probably not a song that should play during Bricklayer. You know what song should play?
Yeah, we gotta get a screenplay written for this.
He's a brick layer.
I was thinking the Tetris theme.
Oh, that's probably easier to get.
That had more. Yeah, but yours is better. Okay, what do you think, Keo?
Yeah, we're gonna write a screenplay for this, and I'm really glad we learned about this person.
All right.
He's been dead for over a century now.
Someday we'll be that. All right, well, now it's time to move on to our next segment. It's Trailer Blazers. Hit the theme, Kiorein, or Stare or someone.
Do it, Stare.
Oh, sound like a train running out of gas. All right. Well, yeah, we watched a trailer for Netflix's new show, well, returning show, The OA, Part 2.
Orange?
Part 2.
This trailer did a good job using dialogue to explain the entire premise to us.
Yeah, especially with the opening where they just say, we made it to an alternate timeline.
You let me inside you.
Did you like the part where she ecstatically screamed that she jumped, Kiorein?
Yes. I don't know, it's so weird. Trailers either give you no information or all the information.
Yeah, this one does somehow both. It gives you a decent amount of information before just sort of letting you figure it out, I guess.
Something's happening.
The OA
in these
is
alternate dimensions.
There's alternate realities, a haunted house, and a cube that people are trapped in.
Yeah, and also a guy who looks like Drake.
Yep, he looks just like Drake.
He looked like
That's some weird alternate dimension stuff. I don't want to go to that universe.
He looked like Drake. Yeah, also Barack Obama is not known or existent in some way.
I wish they showed who the president was.
It's you.
It could never be as good as your imagination.
You're right.
Yeah. It's just
Tony the Tiger.
George Bush.
It's just Frieza.
What if it was
That would be the only thing that would please Keo.
What if it was Jeb?
Oh my god. I would have been really happy if it was Jeb.
Yeah, Netflix could get him.
I see that. I can see that.
I think they probably could, actually.
I mean, what does he even do these days? I don't think he's president in Florida anymore.
He doesn't do anything. He just asks people to clap, and then sadly does not. And sadly they do not, I mean. Anyway,
it's gotten that bad for him? They don't even clap when he asks?
Well, they never did.
No, they did when he finally asked.
Yeah, no, now they don't clap anymore. Because he's by himself.
The Bush family just keeps him locked in the cellar.
I'm just picturing him like sitting on the couch with a bathrobe on, eating ice cream out of the container.
Please clap.
And he's
Anyway, this show we watched the trailer for is about like people and stuff, and they do things.
What's going on?
Yeah. There's apparently a mystery that this lady who jumped between dimensions and Drake are trying to solve.
Yeah, there's a mystery.
And
there's a lot of mysteries in town these days.
And apparently there's some other people who know this lady but have also jumped the timeline. I don't know. Apparently the first season of the show involved a lady named Prairie Johnson who resurfaced after missing for 7 years.
Oh, was I not supposed to laugh at that name?
I mean, you can laugh at whatever you want, but
Stair, I'm revoking your laughing privileges.
I'm revoking his life.
Oh no!
Bang!
Swanson!
Don't worry, I just made the sound bang. He didn't die.
Yeah.
Why'd he go?
Because I'm programmed to improv.
Yes, I've programmed him with the ability to be a master improviser, as you can see and hear.
Yes. Yes, you have programmed me to do that. And I have a personality flaw.
Why is he bleeding?
That's just part of the improv, Keo.
Yeah, Keo, get on Stairmaster's robot level.
And also plug that bleeding wound up, or I will die.
Anyway, do you guys have any predictions for where this season of the OA will take us?
I think the climax of the show is going to be like the Earth is going to be trapped in a cube.
Season 3, Cube Town.
There's going to be a version of the lady with an eye patch that shows up.
Whoa.
That opening was very MGS5. You know?
Oh, yeah, Prairie's going to have to fight Liquid Prairie.
Yes. On top of a giant robot.
Yeah. And then she'll have to crawl through some, like, radioactive... she'll have to crawl through
go through the microwave hallway?
Yeah.
Man, this sounds really good. I'm tuning into this.
Alright, well, that's been the OA.
I would watch a Netflix show that can climax with, like, two 70-year-old women fist fighting to the death. With mixed martial arts.
Yeah.
And nano machines.
Yes.
Netflix, get on it. Get Betty White and someone else involved.
Yes! I'm that Mary Poppins lady. Mary Poppins.
Get Mary Poppins and Betty White in there. Alright. We watched a show this week, guys. And now it's time to discuss it.
No, we didn't, Swanson. No, we didn't.
We didn't?
No. That was an alternate dimension where we did.
Oh, no.
And now Barack Obama's the president.
I jumped!
It's time for my third term.
Whoa.
And now the next segment of the podcast.
I'm so glad Barack Obama introduced us to the main segment of our podcast. Hey everybody!
And for only $500,000.
Oh no!
Hey everybody! I just want to let you guys know that you guys are watching Doom Patrol this week. Okay, see you. Bye.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Papa Bush.
That's who that was.
All white people look the same to me, of course.
And also sound the same, I guess.
Well, as you know, I got weird robot eyes.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so this week we watched DC Universe's newest show, Doom Patrol. Based off of the comic book.
Oh boy.
Which had a run by Grant Morrison, so it couldn't have been all that bad.
Nah, it's pretty good. It's a good time. Anyway, this show is a thing. We open up with a creepy narrator who's joking around about superheroes.
This is the one.
He explains way too much.
Yeah, this is like some college level writing with this narrator. He's too clever for his own good.
Yeah. It makes sense it makes sense if you're a big ass nerd like me and know who Mr.
And actually know who these characters are.
Yeah, know who Mr. Nobody is. He's a guy who can see all realities, so it makes sense that he's a narrator, but it's also kind of stupid. I
just came to Wikipedia, and Grant Morrison's run had a lot of meta surrealist stuff in it.
Yeah, there's none of that in this one. It would have been fun. I think it would have been more fun if they had gone in that direction. Because, like, you could probably do something with this narrator idea that would make it interesting in like a meta way, but they don't do that.
No more narrators, ever.
Yeah, instead they just have a narrator who tells everything and has a kind of funny voice.
Yeah, he's voiced by Alan Tudyk from Firefly and other things.
Home Improvement.
I don't think. Unless I missed an episode. Anyway, he explains his origin story first, where he was messed with by Nazis or something.
In South America.
Yeah, some Nazis were there, and he was like, hey, I like them.
Hey, I like superpowers. Can I have one?
And they said,
and
sure.
They're like, give me all your money.
And he did, and then he that's actually a pretty...
transaction was successful.
Yeah, it is actually a pretty cool effect when they show him sort of blistering apart.
Yes, like disconnecting like puzzle pieces.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. I don't think he ever says...
This show has some worryingly good special effects.
Yeah, especially compared to like the Marvel Netflix shows, this is some good stuff, effects-wise. So then we get to play a game of Guess That Ass, where the narrator takes us through various asses in this mansion before we land on Brendan Fraser's.
There's no comedically placed goat, though. That would have been a fun gag. That would have made...
A goat ass?
Yeah, no, I mean just a goat. Or a donkey. A donkey.
Yeah, it is a donkey.
Sorry, everyone. I'm tired.
So yeah.
Here. Take this awake juice.
Power critical.
Wow.
Sip. Power maximum.
Yeah, so we get Brendan Fraser's pasty ass. And then we find out that his marriage is having trouble. And then we focus on that for another 20 minutes.
Also that he is a daddy.
He's what?
Daddy. Hey, daddy.
Yes, that's right, Stairmaster. He is a daddy.
Yeah. Do we need to spend so much time on backstories?
Well, they help you learn about these characters, I guess.
I mean, for episode 1, kinda, sorta. It's a 1-hour show.
I felt like those scenes dragged a lot for me, anyway.
Some of them. The only one I really cared about at all was
Brendan Fraser.
Well, yeah, because Brendan Fraser's pretty good in this, but also the guy with the bandages,
Mr. Negative.
Yes. Well, no, he's just Negative Man, I think.
Oh.
Mr. Nobody is the other guy. There can't be two Mr. Stairmaster. Come on.
Oh, you're right.
So then we get...
Nothing.
So yeah, then we find out that Brendan Fraser's a famous race car boy. He's zooming and blurring and driving.
And that's the weird thing. This show has some very good special effects, but no stunt driving whatsoever in the sequence.
Nope. Can't do that.
Yeah, everything is just
too dangerous.
Close-ups on him doing the car motions.
His wife is for some reason in the pit, like with the rest of the crew, and not just like in the stands.
Yeah, and she's feeling up the codec guy.
Yeah, and he, I guess, notices this while driving, and they decide...
He's a very observant driver. That's how you get good at it, Swanson. Don't criticize that.
Yeah, you take your eyes off the lane, and then... to
be fair, he does take his eyes off the road a second time in this episode.
Yeah, and it pays off for him. In ways he doesn't even expect. But yeah, so they don't wait until after the race to tell him that they're sleeping together. They decide to do it during the race in this high stakes situation because what could go wrong? And he gets distracted.
She was actually sleeping with him.
Well, she says she was, so...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that to be true. I think she was just doing a power play by grabbing that guy's junk.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you reading so much into that?
Yeah, why would it... What reason would there have to be to that? It's not like she shows up again. She's dead.
Oh, you're right. Well, I mean, I feel like that guy got hit in the face with the race car trophy for no good reason. That's why. I think he's an innocent victim.
Well, I mean, sure. He probably didn't deserve to get his face bashed in, but...
I mean, he would still be an innocent victim if he was... Well, mostly innocent victim anyway, if he was doing adultery.
Haven't you read the Bible, Keo? That's punishable by death.
Yeah, it's okay when Brendan Fraser is cheating, Kiorein, but the moment she cheats, punishment is deserved. Really, he should have beaten both of their faces, Kiorein. Duh.
You're right, guys. You've really swayed my opinion on this situation. Thank you.
So yeah, he gets distracted by the race, and this is where we presume at first that he dies.
And then we cut to this MGS5 sequence.
Timothy Dalton.
Where European Doctor Man.
James Bond.
Yes.
He's here, and he's the chief. And he says, hi, I'm not Professor Xavier.
What? He's not Professor Xavier?
To be fair, Doom Patrol was apparently inspired by the X-Men. Coming out, the first couple issues of it were like in 1963.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much it's not really blatant other than the chief.
Yeah.
It is kind of a rip-off of the X-Men, though. So yeah, Timothy Dalton is here, and he's in a wheelchair, and he's like, I'm making you a robot now.
Which is nice of him.
Yeah, he doesn't...
But also entirely uncalled for. You should have left that man for dead. Considering what happened to him.
Yeah, they don't really do a good job of explaining why he's making him a robot, other than 'cause.
Yeah, like, out of every person in the world who got brutally mangled, why?
They really need to explain why he should make that man a robot.
Yeah, they don't...
Not give him the sweet release of death.
Especially because everyone else who lives in the weirdly titled Doom Manor is just like a person that he, like, noticed had a condition and then just helped them. This time he's literally
immortal.
Huh?
Also weirdly immortal. All of them.
Yeah, they're all very strangely immortal. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's trying to find the cure for it. Maybe he's trying to find immortality.
Well, he apparently found that if he could put a brain on a robot.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to find immortality via Brendan Fraser. Similar to The Mummy.
Was he, like, at the race, and he was like, oh, man, I gotta do something?
What? So it's like Unbreakable?
Saving that twist, I bet.
He's Mr. Glass?
They're saving that twist where he's at the race and he's just watching.
Also, I looked up the Wikipedia, and apparently they already did that at one point, Keo.
Great.
Sorry.
So yeah, we get a lot of focus on Robot Man's failed marriage. Also, Robot Man is his actual superhero name.
That's fine.
It makes sense. He's a robot.
And he's a man. Presumably.
The only name I would have liked better than that is probably Robot.
Also, this Robot Man looks good.
Yeah, pretty cool looking guy. I like that he's wearing 80s fashion by wearing a Motorhead t-shirt and then a leather jacket with studs.
Oh, I didn't even notice it. That's good.
So yeah, we get more origin stories for the rest of the group. There's Larry Trainer, who is the Negative Man. He's
he flew a plane too high and got burned.
Yeah, he was trying to figure out where aliens were, and he flew too close to the sun. Yeah, he gets burnt alive, and also meets like a strange thing that possesses him, I guess. We don't.
It's not really explained at all, really. Just like the powers just awoke in him when that happened, I guess.
We also don't know what his powers are.
Implied.
He's got a stand.
Like, we don't know what his powers really are. There's just a moment later in the show where he goes, "Oh no," and then,
"Oh no, Keo, his stand is Red Hot Chili Peppers."
Oh no!
All right.
I can't believe he made a JoJo reference.
Yeah, who could have seen that coming? Yeah, the thing I noticed from this flashback is that his family lives close enough to just watch his plane blow up and be concerned.
Yeah, they live on base.
I guess.
They got on base
as is typical
for, the dependents and what. Well, actually, in the 1950s, I don't think that was a thing.
All right. Yeah. So.
Okay.
I mean, okay. So then we get robot physical therapy.
That's interesting, man. I found that kind of an interesting thing.
What, him trying to learn how to walk again and everything?
Yeah, live in a robot body.
Yeah.
And cope with shit.
And once he successfully completes robot physical therapy, we get robot memento, where he has to try and remember his true memories.
But you like the opposite of mental therapy here, where they do more psychological damage to him.
Yeah, your loved ones are dead, kid. Dead.
Yeah, you would think. So this is when we get the twist that he didn't actually die at that race.
Mm-hmm.
He died later. Did we actually see what he died from?
But still in a car crash.
Oh yeah, he died. He died. He gets his family back together and becomes a better person, and then he dies in a terrible car crash.
Because he was asking them if they wanted to go get pancakes instead of looking at the road.
Yeah, never get pancakes. Moral of the story.
Also, we skipped over Blob Lady's origin story, which is
that comes after this.
Okay.
But yeah, it is. There's actually what I was about to get to. So yeah,
might be.
Robot memento happens, and then we get Blob Lady's whole deal. Elasti-Woman. She's a old 1950s actor who's kind of racist.
And that's why she's cursed with this terrible power.
So she's filming this set. She's filming on this set and does a clearly dangerous. She's like supposed to do a clearly dangerous thing, but then ends up falling into the water.
And she swallows like a glowy thing.
Yeah, and then
which I guess is the fish spirits of Africa. What else could it be?
And then she becomes a blob. Well, not really. She doesn't know how to.
She starts like melting, basically.
Yeah, she doesn't know how to control her elasticity, so she gets all melty. So then we jump forward from 1995, which is when Robot Man wakes up for and then 20 years we jump ahead where he spends a decade or so building a car set.
Yeah, murdering your family, it's kind of hard to get over, I guess.
Yeah, he just sort of hangs out in his room and continues to build a car set for decades.
I mean, it's not like he can drink or jerk off or anything.
Yeah.
He's in a robot suit.
He just is a robot.
Yeah.
We do have someone touch his junk, and he claims that it's junk, but does he really have anything there?
No, I think it's just a bump.
She touches his bump.
She rubs his bump.
Erotic. Also, I like how when she asks what's in the room, he says cars, like he's like a teenage boy or something.
Yeah, Brendan Fraser's good in this show. So yeah, we get the last member of the Doom Patrol, who is a terrible portrayal of mental illness, Crazy Jane.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she has 64 different personalities, and they all have different superpowers.
Just like that other M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, she is the Beast from Split, and she shows up, and she's all like, "I'm wild and crazy. Look at me."
Except one of the personalities like, "Hello, I'm very nice to meet you.
Yeah.
How are you doing today? Let's talk about our feelings."
Also,
my backstory is I'm crazy.
Also, the chief exhibits that he doesn't actually know psychology very well because he does the "I want to speak with" thing, which no one does.
Also, multiple personality disorders aren't real.
Well, they don't work like that. Yeah. So yeah, this is a fun little character who's aggravating. So then we get the chief, I guess at some point after 30 years decides, all right, I guess it's time for me to hit the road, start seeing the sights.
He's got business.
Yeah, and
he's got chief business.
Yeah, he's going around looking for people, I guess. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing chief stuff. And he tells them...
we have no idea what's going on at this mansion. They just hang out there without any clear sense of purpose or anything.
Yeah, like, I don't know why he has these people here. What's he doing with them?
He's keeping them safe.
From
Where's
what?
he going?
He's probably going
From
to find more people.
themselves.
What's he the chief of?
Yeah,
He's
was
the
probably
chief
like
of the manor.
He probably went out looking. He's like, oh, I hope I find someone with like weird skin or something.
Maybe a guy who glows in the dark. Or a man
he's
who
like
can suck his own dick.
Or a man with like a really big head.
Oh.
A guy who can curl up and roll around.
Guy with no elbows.
Yeah.
He just starts populating himself with a bunch of weirdos. Is he going to run a circus or like a carnival?
Yes. This is the shittiest circus ever if it's taken like decades. Half a century.
Yeah, the circus is already closed down now. He missed his chance. He doesn't even have
The tent is all dilapidated now.
He doesn't even have an elephant. How can you run a circus without an elephant?
Maybe he was looking for a man with a trunk.
So then we get a road trip. Crazy Jane steals.
It's not even a road trip. They just go downtown.
They just go to
down
the
road.
town. Well, yeah,
like...
they went down the road. It was a trip.
Fair enough.
I guess she makes. So Negative Man is into plants and shit, and he has a.
He loves that herb.
Yeah, he loved that herb. He's all about that life, and he's
about the 420 lifestyle.
Constantly.
It's all about 420 and 69, as we'll find out in a bit.
I mean,
yes.
He's into men. I don't know if that's what 69 means, but okay.
In some cases, yeah.
That's the thing you do with... Well, that's literally what 69 visually looks like.
Sure, I guess, but...
It doesn't necessarily involve men, though.
But in this case, it does.
Yeah, so we find out that Negative Man is gay.
Wait, did I ever tell you guys about how I learned what 69 was?
No, explain.
Do we need a long flashback for this?
Yes, a very long flashback.
All right, hold on. Let's get the narrator in here. Kiorein knew what 69 was a long time ago.
The year was 1999. The year was 2007.
I was in class, and the students were like having a chuckle about 69, and I was like, "What's that?" And this guy was like, "Oh, here, let me show you." And he wrote the number 69 down. I'm like, okay. And then he drew little lines on 6 and the 9.
Yeah, that's where the dick is.
And it was two dicks.
Yes, and they were going in their each other's mouths, and they were both happy.
I was like, oh,
2 mouths,
2 dicks living in just one mouth.
What? No,
that's
not 69. That's something else.
So look, don't bring it up with me. Bring it up to Phil Collins, okay? All right. So yeah, they go on this road trip. They go into town after Crazy Jane, I guess, just fixes.
Wait, my backstory still continues.
Oh, Kyo's story was not yet finished. Later, he would suck that student's dick.
No, unrelated to that. I ended up getting a C in that class. It was very disappointing.
Boy, you're really 0 for 2 in continuing stories, Kyo, right?
Wait, what class was this?
Suck class.
Oh.
Yeah, it was suck class, aka sex ed.
That's what they call it.
Wait, did the instructor have any part in teaching you about the 69 lore?
Why would they?
Absolutely not.
That's sex ed.
All right, kids. Today we're gonna learn about 69, and they just draw 69 on the board. What do you think that is?
Think about it.
And then they draw 2 penises on the ends. Huh? Make any sense now?
But get this, you can do this with any gender.
Really,
you just gotta have something down there that works.
You just gotta feel. All right, so
As long as you got sensation, it works.
So yeah, they go downtown, and no one is freaking out nearly enough that there's a walking robot around the city.
Oh, I think this takes place in the DC universe.
So it's a robot that's walking around town. No one freaks out.
Maybe everyone's just thinking, "Oh, a robot. I wish Batman were here instead."
Okay, if you
That'd
were,
be
if
so
I
much
don't know.
cooler.
Their reaction to the giant blob was a pretty big freak out, considering that she wasn't like destroying anything. She was just kind of there.
Well, to be fair, a bunch of cars were exploding nearby.
yeah, that's fair. Also, a robot is more scary than a giant blob to me. I don't know.
Not if it's voiced by Brendan Fraser.
Well, no one hears it talk. It's just walking around.
I like that. I just think it was a guy in a suit or something.
Yeah, you just think it's like a steel type.
Yeah. And
Not the Pokemon.
I mean, at least people react when Negative Man goes into a bar. They're just like weirded out.
I would have thought that
Look
guy
at this
was cool.
burn victim.
I was really expecting the bartender to be like, when he asked if he could order a drink, the bartender was going to be like, "Can you drink?"
What if he just said no?
And then ordered one anyway.
That's what we call a power move.
Can I order a drink? No. See, Keo, that's not in the spirit of improv. The bartender knew. He said yes. And what would you have? What would you like?
I didn't realize when you step into a business, the employees are all ready for improv with you.
Yeah, you've never noticed that?
And he matched that. He matched the guy's sad energy.
Truth. Then the last woman is
That explains a lot. Okay, when I was at the grocery store, I asked the cashier if he was having a good day, and he said yes. And would you like to pay now?
yeah. See, a little known
see-
fact is that every sort of retail employee is trained in improv.
And if you say no, they get upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did say no to that.
I'll work on it.
So yeah, last woman goes into a bar and meets a lady who remembers her movies. And
Yeah.
Okay, when I saw this scene, I thought like she had mind powers or something.
even though you'd
Go
already
on.
seen her get like gross.
Gross
Well,
powers.
I didn't associate that with anything other than being gross. I thought maybe she had mind powers that made her people think she looked normal and young.
Oh, that would be fun.
And also because it was just so convenient that one person there happened to be super into her movies.
Yeah. I do like, this is the only laugh out, well, yeah, I think it's the only time I actually did laugh out loud, is, I LOL'd, folks.
Whoa.
Oh,
Is when, the lady is giving like a heartfelt story about her dad, and then, the woman asked her to come sit and tell them more stories. She's like, "Oh, about my dad?" And she's like, "Nah, I just want to hear about me." Classic. And then they talk, and she's dismayed to find out that people have spread rumors about her being in porn.
Was that a thing back in the 60s, like the deep fakes? I don't think so.
I think fake porn has always been a thing, Stir.
Like an impersonator?
An impersonator. Visual impressions.
I thought they were setting up a storyline where like there was like a copy of her.
Well, I mean, it could be. I don't know. Who knows what happens next? Anyway, this freaks her out enough for her to turn into a blob. She loses all control of her elasticity and just becomes a giant, gross blob of
And
flesh.
slowly rolls down the street, so I guess the town's slightly downhill.
Yeah, which causes everyone to freak the fuck out. Before this happens, though, we do get another random twist into Robot Man's life when Crazy Jane mentions that his daughter is still alive.
It's all over the internet, his
Wow,
story.
wow.
It feels like you can only do so many twists on someone's story in the same episode. You can't tell me that, oh, this isn't actually how it happened, and then also say, oh, but this also isn't actually how it happened in the same episode.
Considering the payoff to it is kind of just like a very muted conflict that lasts 30 seconds between him and the chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went from, okay, his wife and daughter are still alive, to they're both dead, to, oh, the daughter's alive.
Yeah, like, in the span of an hour, like, maybe spread that out a little bit for me, bud. Anyway, so this moment where the town is getting a little chaotic could not have looked more like they were on a soundstage. Everything is, like, perfectly staged so, like, a car hits something and it explodes in a burst of bad CGI flame.
Yes.
People are running around, but only in, like, certain areas because, once again, it's a soundstage.
Swanson, if your car runs into, I don't know, well, yeah, a transformer on the side of the street, it's just going to burst into flames instantly.
Did you hear that sound effect?
What the little,
It
like...
sounded like a demon shrieking.
Technically, Kiorein, your car could burst into flames if it hits the transformer in, like, the right way.
You know, a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, like this car, I guess. I mean, I'm saying your car could burst into flames.
It's a possibility.
Not likely.
It's full of gasoline.
Yeah. I mean, it'd make more sense if she, like, if the person in the car hit, like, a telephone pole. Then your car could definitely burst into flames.
Or it's like that scene from Dragon Ball Z when Dr. Drill impales Yamcha and that one guy driving the Trango truck is like, whoa! And swerves out of the way into the gas station.
Yes, it's exactly like that.
And the whole place explodes.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Explosions happen real easy, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Negative Man loses his stuff.
And a stand comes out.
Something happens with him. Yeah.
And this goes
and it's all, like, messing up with the electricity.
And blows up some cars. So it's up to Brendan Fraser to save the day.
He picks up the street to block the blob.
Yeah, and the blob is successfully blocked.
She's demotivated. And just wants to go home.
Like a little bit of the blob creeps down and her face shows up in it, and it's a pretty fun effect.
It's not really explained or established well why that worked.
Because it was a very steep wall.
The end.
Like she couldn't go around it.
I think she couldn't
She
stop
was tired.
herself from rolling or something. I don't know.
I mean, how would he know that?
He'd spent several decades living with her.
And she was like, here's how my powers work.
Yeah.
Oh no. Must have turned into a blob at some point before then.
I don't know. Maybe he's heard about her blob stories before.
Yes.
Anyway, they all...
Tales of the Blob.
They all make their way back to the mansion. The chief comes back and he's not happy.
I told you to stay in this place for decades without leaving once.
But also, he doesn't explain what the consequences are of them coming
He's
out.
like,
Chief is a bad dad.
yeah, he's like, I told you not to do this. Also, here's the consequences. There's some men who are going to come now.
But what sort of men? What did these men have to do with him? None of these questions
They're
are
enemies.
even remotely addressed.
They're enemies, Stare, and they're men.
And they're going to destroy the town.
Yeah, and
For some
and
reason.
they're like, well, we
leave.
have to get out of here then. And Robot Man's
yes.
the only one who's like, nah, maybe we shouldn't.
So that's another
Yeah, this
30-second
establishment of-
conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah, this establishment of conflict was really, really tacked on.
Robot Man's the only one who's like, maybe we shouldn't doom this whole town because we made a mistake. And they were like, nah. So then they all drive away, and for about 30 seconds they're driving out of town as Robot Man is just sort of awkwardly walking down the street at night. What's he doing?
He's making night moves.
Oh. Is it Bob? Is he Bob Seger in there? Is that who's
Yes.
in?
Yes.
Oh man, that better show.
He's got the brain of Brendan Fraser, but the heart of Bob Seger.
Oh man, he's unstoppable. So yeah, he's walking down the street, and eventually they decide to turn around because Crazy Jane has another personality shift. Can I mention once again how much I hate this character?
It's not good.
So
Folks.
yeah, and it's not even there's not even Michael Fassbender playing her to make it like more interesting.
Wait, so it's Michael Fassbender in drag? Can I say that? Yes, in drag.
What if he was playing her?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
And doing falsetto.
No, he can just do his normal voice.
Okay.
But I was making a reference to Split. You know, that movie.
No, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Oh.
I've never heard of this actor or this movie.
You know,
Michael
that
Fassbender
movie.
plays Magneto in the new X-Men.
Whenever you start talking about this actor, it sounds like you're speaking Spanish.
Michael Fassbender?
Michael Fassbender?
Fassbender, ¿cómo
Okay.
está? La biblioteca. Alright.
Oh.
Anyways,
Los
we did
libros en la
Anyway.
biblioteca.
Anyways, all the warriors.
No hablo
assemble.
inglés.
Oh no, Dios míos!
Yeah, so they all convince the chief to turn around, I guess. And
Well, he's not driving, so he doesn't really have a say in the matter.
also, is it really a good idea to have the person with multiple personality disorder driving around?
no.
Seems bad. Yeah, so they turn around and they go help Robot Man do whatever he's doing
They stand in the superhero pose
because
of four guys next to each other.
yeah, and then Mr. Nobody shows up back in his nobody form to reveal that he's one of the men.
Also, he's the narrator.
Yeah, and he's here and he's like, "Hey, you did things before, Chief, and I don't like the things that you did before. So now I'm gonna make your boys hurt."
Like, you're not supposed to explain everything in the first episode, but you're also not supposed to explain nothing.
Yeah, it's helpful to have something that makes sense before the end of the episode, so that when a goat shows up and farts, and it has the message that Mr. Nobody was saying at the beginning of his origin story, you're not left going, "Huh?"
Yeah.
You're not going, okay, I'm done with this.
What, the goat fart is what took you over the limit, Kiorein?
I was
Anyways,
just like, goodbye.
Anyways, a big suckhole appears in the ground.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
It's the end.
Yeah, they're about to get sucked into the hole.
Prepare for suck.
I like their reaction to it, though.
What, where they're just like, what? Huh?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Brendan Fraser's good in this. Any last thoughts?
No. Oh, yes. I looked at Wikipedia. Guess who shows up next episode and becomes part of the cast?
Cyborg, yeah, I know, I looked it up too.
Why didn't you let me reveal it then?
Okay, reveal it.
Cyborg.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Holy shit! I've just
why
heard
didn't-
this!
Well, why didn't they put him in episode 1 is what I'm asking.
Because they had to establish everyone else's origins.
Why would they have Cyborg and a robot? That's stupid.
Also,
Well, I guess
Cyborg's origin is almost the same as Robot Man's.
That's what they got something to bond over. It's like having Tony Stark interact with Richard Strange. They're both very similar, but that's where the fun comes from.
Stephen
because
Strange.
His name is Richard now.
Okay.
Anyways, that concludes my thoughts.
Dick Strange.
Bye-bye.
You thought his name should
This
be
is a
Dick
tune
Strange.
out.
Yeah, tune out.
Yeah, this is a tune out. I was cautiously optimistic, but no.
Mm-hmm.
No amount of Brendan Fraser could save this.
The effects were good, though.
Yeah.
What a waste.
Yeah, the effects were... What a waste of both good effects and Brendan Fraser.
Maybe next time.
I can't believe I saw Brendan Fraser's ass for nothing.
I don't know. I think if this script went through like a few revisions, it would have been good.
Yeah, probably. But they didn't do any of that, so... That's a tune out for Doom Patrol.
And before you tune out of this podcast, it's time for plugs. Wait, no, don't go! Not yet, no!
That's right. Yeah, we have an email address
Also, there's a big reveal coming up.
about Kiorain's origins. Yeah, we have an email address. If you have any quips, comments, questions, foresights, otherwise, you can send them to us at tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com. What's that
That's
email,
right.
Kiorein?
The email. Well, before I get into that, let me tell you a little bit about myself.
Yeah, tell me,
see-
what's your deal?
You see, my parents died in a tragic train crash.
Oh.
However, after I spent 10 years living in an orphanage, I found out that they were still alive.
Whoa.
Oh, that's good. But bad.
But now they're evil and they're coming to kill me.
Oh, that's
Well, that's
bad.
good. Yeah, it's mostly bad.
Also, that drink I gave Stairmaster was cocaine water.
Oh, that's good.
And the email is tv something at gmail something, whatever.
That's good.
That's right. Can we go now? All right.
Yes.
Well, I'm on Twitter at Jesse Swanson.
I'm on Twitter at Stairmaster2.
Oh, I'm on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
What are you on Twitter as?
Oh, real Kiorein.
And you can also find the show at Zesty Aroma. And also at TV Tuners.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. Use the hashtag TV Tuners and you can find us. We'll give a glance at what you're saying. Say good things only.
DM me if you want to talk to a friend.
DM me if you want to crack open a cold one with the boys.
And yeah, we're on all of your favorite podcatchers of your choice. iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, Sleebies. All of your favorite podcatchers.
HomeImprovement.com.
Go and give us 5 stars and a nice review. Very helpful. And that's it for
Send
this.
cash to Dr. Gold.
And that's it for this week's episode of the podcast. We'll be back next week for more TV goodness. Until then, keep watching. It's over.
I found him.
Dr. Gold's running for president in 2020, by the way.